And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Over the middle, complete. It's Burgess. Finding room at midfield. Big strides, look at him go. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. This isn't tight end speed. This is definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. He brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Texans at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Poole. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Poole. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, Colvin, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. He adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Poole. It's complete. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go. Set.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Colvin, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down. Poole got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here, the turnover on downs. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burgess. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run the counter. Colvin, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Colvin, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Colvin. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, Poole. The quick slant caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Parkey with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, right side. There's Likely with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, It does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Wilson on first down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson right back to Davis. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and this one complete to Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he trots onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Off play action. Pull. Completes it again to Dobbs. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Cool. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Clock and 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. So we've reached halftime in a while. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Texans have taken... Third quarter. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken a third quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Poole steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Poole, and he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got his man. It's London. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson got a man. It's London. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. And 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Colvin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run on 1st down. Colvin, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Poole. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. Back now in Houston. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He's got this complete to Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st down, Colvin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Colvin, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Poole. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now out come the Jags. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Over the middle to Smith. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burgess. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burgess. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now out comes Houston. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards that time on the ground. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. That's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board.